the question from Esther about dependent liberation from the Sutta, Vital Conditions, or Upanisa Sutta. This is a sutta that the Buddha gave in Jetavana monastery in Savatthi, and it's talking about the ending of all the asavas, or the defilements. And this is for someone who knows and sees. And so the Buddha had known it. And so this is knowing rupa, a form arising, vedana arising, sanya, sankhara, vijnana arising, and also knowing its cessation as well of the rupa, vedana, sanya, sankhara, vijnana. So it's knowing both the arising and ceasing, and with this knowledge then there is the cessation or the ending of the defilements, the asavas. And so the Buddha talked about vimutti, or liberation, which leads to viraga, or the ending of raga, sensuality, and leading to nibbida, dispassion, wariness, leading to jnana, buddha, dasanang, true knowledge and vision of things as they are. So these are supportive conditions of each other. From there, the condition is samadhi. So I think so it's starting from vimutti with this condition of viraga that has a supportive condition of nibbida, with a supportive condition of jnana, buddha, dasanang, and that's conditioned by samadhi, and that by bliss, and there's rapture. Passaddhi is tranquility, and so this is comes through the condition of joy, and this joy comes from faith, and this faith comes from suffering, or understanding suffering. So this is the conditions leading to the development all the way till liberation, and it relates to the paticca samuppada, this dependent origination from all the conditions from liberation down to suffering, and that if this exists, then that exists, or if that ceases, then this ceases and that ceases. And so this is in regards to dependent conditions or origination. So the simile given is like when it rains heavily from the mountaintop and the water flows downhill to fill the hollows, the crevices and creeks, and when they become full, then they fill up the pools fill up the lakes fills up the streams fills up the river, and the river becomes full, then they fill up the ocean. And so then in this same way, then the ignorance is the condition for sankharas, sankhara for nama rupa, and all the way till contact, feeling, craving, attachment, becoming, birth, and all forms of suffering. So this is the dependent conditions for each of those factors, which we know as dependent origination. This leads all the way then the development from suffering to faith to joy, all the way up to liberation, from freedom from sensuality, and knowledge and vision of things as they really are. And so in the practice then, we are developing causes and conditions by our meditation and developing the mind. When we have the sufficient causes and conditions, then the mind will be able to know and see the Dhamma through these conditions. And so we develop all forms of skillfulness, from faith to effort, mindfulness, samadhi and wisdom, all the way until we can complete all the path factors known as marga, which will be then sufficient supportive conditions to liberate us from all suffering.